Frame it! Frame it! Frame it! Now, take a look at this.
What a wonderful picture of a countryside scene. It's easy to do and looks so good you'll be able to frame it. You'll need some white paper, paint, coloured pencils and sticky tack. Start off by stretching out the sticky tack to make long, thin strips. Lay one long strip of sticky tack across the bottom of the paper in a wavy line. Press it down lightly so it sticks to the paper. Now stick down more strips in curved lines. These are going to be the fields in the distance. Make 3 circles with the sticky tack and stick them down at the top of the paper. These will be the trees. Now for the paint. Paint inside the lines of our sticky tack shapes. Green looks good. This is going to be our grass. Let's paint the other fields and trees with different colours. Once it's dry, you can peel all the sticky tack off. Wow, it's white where the sticky tack was. And now you can clearly see the patchwork fields. Draw lines in the fields and little V's for grass with coloured pencils. Draw small spiral shapes. Add a fence along the top of the grass. And how about some clouds in the sky? Finish off your picture by adding tree trunks like this. You could even add a little sheep. It's a beautiful countryside scene.
What a great way of making a really clever picture. Now all that's left to do is frame it. Now take a look at this.
What a fantastic bonfire picture. It looks so good, you'll be able to frame it. You'll need some black paper, paint, PVA glue and a paintbrush, glitter, sticky stars and some twigs. To make your bonfire picture, start with fire-coloured paints like red, yellow and orange in squeezy bottles. Squeeze the paint straight onto the paper in nice wavy lines. Next, you can add your orange and red. To make your paint look even more like flames, use the end of a paintbrush and weave a wobbly line through it, like this. And leave it to dry. Then squeeze the PVA glue to make wavy lines on top of the flames. Add a blob at the base. And now for the fun bit, add some glitter. Gold at the base of the bonfire and red and silver around the flames. Shake off all the glitter that hasn't stuck to the glue and make sure that you clean up after yourself. Then add your twigs. Make a small pile at the bottom like this and drizzle some gloopy glue over the top. Now all that's left to do is stick on some stars around your bonfire for the sparks. What a brilliant bonfire picture. You can almost feel the heat with this fantastic 3D effect. Why don't you have a go?
What a great way of making a really clever picture. Now all that's left to do is frame it.
That looks amazing. Now watch this. This is a ghostly picture. It's easy to do and looks so good that you'll be able to frame it. You will need some dark coloured card, tracing paper, glue, a pencil, a pen and some chalk pastels. Start off by drawing a thick pastel line across the coloured card. This is going to be a spooky hill. Then smudge the line with your fingers. This gives a great misty effect, but it's a little bit messy, so wash your hands afterwards. Take the pink chalk pastel and draw another line. Smudge the pink upwards, and it's like there's a spooky glow behind the hill. Then draw an old tree on top of the hill with the black chalk pastel. Now it's time to make your ghost. Place the tracing paper over the top of your picture and you can still see your picture underneath. Next, draw a spooky ghost shape with your pencil. Don't forget to colour in the ghost's eyes and mouth with a black pen. Then, carefully tear the ghost out. Glue your ghost anywhere you like on the page. Let's make this one float right here. There, what a ghostly looking picture. Why don't you try it, if you dare?
What a brilliant picture! Why don't you have a go? And then, frame it!
Wow, what a fantastic picture!
What a brilliant picture! Why don't you have a go? And then, frame it! Frame it! Frame it! Frame it! Now, take a look at this.
This fantastic seaside picture looks great, doesn't it? And it's made without using any brushes, just sponges and paint. It's very easy to do and looks so good, you'll be able to frame it. You will need some coloured paint, a pen, and some sponge strips that have been carefully cut out of kitchen sponge, like this. To make your seaside picture, start off by dipping one of the sponge strips into blue paint. Then drag it along the bottom of the paper, like this, so that the paint spreads with the sponge. It's easy. Just dip and drag, and if you run out of paint, just dip it and drag again. This is going to be the sea. Now let's do the same again with another piece of sponge and some green paint. It's a good idea to use a clean bit of sponge every time you use a different colour. This is going to be the harbour wall next to the sea. Now let's do the seaside cliffs with some brown paint. Next, use some nice bright colours for the seaside houses. You can drag your paint downwards to make a house shape like this. And don't forget to add a roof with some brown paint. You can make as many different coloured houses as you want. It's starting to look really effective, isn't it? We can add some more blue paint above the houses for the sky. And now, with another piece of sponge, let's add some boats. Just dip your sponge in the paint and drag it round in a curve shape like this. Add brown paint for the boat's mast with the edge of the sponge. You can do as many boats as you want. Now all that's left to do is add some details with a black felt tip pen. Draw doors and windows on your houses. Add some finishing touches to the boats. And add some details to your harbour wall so it really stands out. A sponge seaside picture. And you don't even need a paintbrush to make it.
What a brilliant picture! Why don't you have a go? And then frame it!
I am the shape